looks like it's on. So, hello everyone. My name is Yu-Chang, and today is my third day of unemployment, and I'm planning to start a series that I will write in leetcode every day and until I find a job. So today I'm going to do like 5 leetcode questions, and I got it from the leetcode 150. So I've done these 5 questions beforehand, so it might looks easy for me, but I still might make some mistakes. But anyways, I think it might be a good way to practice, because I know like coding questions, they also see how you react, how you communicate. So I think it's a good practice to explain and code. So let's jump into it. So the first question is the contains duplicates. So it gives you like an integer array nums and return true if any value appears twice. So for this example, it's like 1, 2, 3, and there's another one, so it duplicates, so it returns true. This 1, 2, 3, 4, it didn't, so it returned false. And so this one should be pretty easy. So I'm thinking to create like a dictionary or hash map or hash set, because like a set in Python. So whenever we saw an element, we see if it's already in a set, and if not, we add it to the set, and if it's in the set already, means it has duplicates, so it should return true. So yeah, let's write the code. So I would name it like scene is like for set, and we just iterate for n in nums if n not in scene, which means it's not in the set. We add it to the set. Else return true, because it's already in the set. And if we loop every numbers and it didn't find any, so which means it didn't has any duplicates, then it should return false. So I think that should be it. So let's take it for example. So starting from 1, it's not in the scene because it's the new one, so add it and go to the next one. 2, not in edit. 3, not in the scene, add it to the set. And then 1 is in the scene, so it will return true. So the first case would pass, and the second should be keep adding to the set without returning any duplicates, seeing any duplicates. And for the time complexity, since it's just one pass, so it should be big O of n. And we also storing have a hash set for the storage, so the space complexity should be also big O of n. And we should run the case. Oh, of course, stupid syntax error. Of course, it's embarrassing. Usually I use n for the number and I for the index, but for some reason I just keep using n, keep using I. Okay, let's submit it. Right, so that's it. That's the first contains duplicates. It's easy for the array. And the next question is the valid anagram. So it gives you two strings, string S and string T. And so what the anagram means is like if the letter of each string it can be rearranged and become the same word, then it's called anagram. So so this anagram has 3A. So also this Anagram has 3A, 1N, and a G and a M. So these two are anagram. So for this question, I'm thinking to use maybe a dictionary, a hash map, and we storage the each character, and we count it, and we compare. Then we save it as a dictionary of S dictionary, and then we loop over the T, and we just whenever we find a new a character in T, we see if it's already in the dictionary in S, and if yes, we will -1, and if for the during the loop, if it couldn't find the character in the S dictionary or the number goes below to 0, then means like it's not a valid anagram because they have different counts. So and also one tricky part for this question is you also have to check if, since those two S and T, they might have different length. But if they don't have the same length, means there's no way they can be a valid anagram because the count is different. There will be some missing characters. So the first condition, I would check if length of S not equal to the length of T, then we return false. And okay, so this is the first check, and then we're going to have a X dictionary, and in here I like to use the default dictionary. So we just iterate for each character in S. So the reason why you like to use the default dict, because you can always you can just add it. You can just do like this. So I think is better, because if you want to use the traditional dictionary, let's say like sdict is equal to like this, then for the loop you will need to use the I think you will have to use the get 0 or I think I think it's like this. I'm not sure if I'm correct. Yeah, so you will have to use this, so the key name and the value. So so you have to get the key name and the value. So if it couldn't find, it returns 0. Okay, so that's the, oh shoot, okay, I don't know how to comment it on the editor, on the code. It's control plus the slash. Okay, anyways, so once we finish the all the updates in X dictionary, then we can iterate the T. So if C not in X dictionary or S dictionary of C S equals to 0, which means it doesn't have enough character for in S, so it's not anagram. So we will return false. Else means it's in it, so we just minus it, -1, and it should be good. And after all this, if nothing goes wrong, then we can return true. All right, let's see if it works. So, okay, seems now it's working. So I think the time complexity, the S, since it's looping over S and looping over T, so it's m big O of n plus big O of n, which is still big O of n. And also we need a dictionary to save all the characters. So it's also the space complexity is also big O of n. Yeah, let's submit it. Right, so yeah, there's also one special case is like make sure they are the same length, because there will be a scenario is if the S dictionary is contains more words than the T, the S contains more, the string S contains more character than T, then basically this loop will be skipped and it will return true, but it's not true. So just be careful to have this. Okay, and the next question is two-sum, and this question is pretty famous. It's the first question on leetcode. But I think this question is not easy. Like if you never saw the solution and you came up the solution, I think it's not easy to see the solution. So the two-thumb this question is to it will give you an array and also a target. Then you will need to find return the two index that sums to the target. So the approach I would use is to using a hash map or a dictionary to save all the complements as a key. So the complement is like the target minus the element, and I would save the index, and I would save the complement. I would save the complement in the index. And when we loop, they say when we loop over the 2 and we calculate the complement, 9 minus 2 is 7. So we would save the 7 with the index 0 in the in the hash map, and then we loop over the next one, which is 7. Then we saw it is in the hash map we just created, means that we have found the complement. So then we can return this index and the current index. So that's the key. So so let's start coding. So I should probably call it just a dictionary for complement. Is equal to default bit, and then we can write a for loop. I'm really bad at like talking and coding at the same time, so I didn't expect that hard. So, but it's a good practice. So as I said, I think we will calculate the complement is equals to minus. I think in here we can probably use the enumerate, but I think I can probably use the since we want to get the index and the value, so you can use the enumerate or use the length, range, length of nums, and so this should be I. Okay, and if complement not in plus, so we have to save the we want to save the value as a key and the index as a value. So so the key would be nums of I, and the value will be the index. So here is the I. Okay, so else means we found it, and we should return the complement. We should return the current index and the like this. Yes. So yeah. Yeah, since this question you guarantee will find the answer, so you can it will be captured by this. So let's do a quick check. So if you do like 2 and complement will be 7 is not in this one because it's empty, so you would store the 7 as index 0. Okay, and then you go to the 7, then it's found it in the complement dictionary, then you would return the current index is 1 and this is 0. So I'm not sure if I should do this way or doesn't really matter, but it can answer in any order, so it should be good. Right, let's run it. Of course, it's typo. Okay, funny, I only have one because that's why you shouldn't change the order. Oh, still wrong? So, what did I miss? So 3, 2, 4, let's run this again. So if it's 3, the complement would be 3. So 3 will equals to 0. So right now our dictionary of complement would be 3, and the index would be 0. Then we go to the next one, 2. 2 is 4. 4 is not in this one, so we keep adding it. So the complement is 4 and the index is 1. And then we go to the last one. So it's indeed found it in here. So it should return the current index, which should be 1 in this case. And the current index is 2. Okay, so where did it goes from? It's embarrassing. Oh. So I think it should be this way. So it will return the 2. Yep. So yeah. So since we need to find the current index and also we need to find the complement of this. So previously I was using the nums of I, but since we are finding the complement, looking for the complement index in the dictionary complement, so here should be complement. Okay, so apparently I cannot pass to some in this case. Anyways, So for the time complexity for this one is big O of n, since it only iterate for the entire loop once. And for the space complexity is big O of n because it store the n elements into the dictionary. And I think this is also a very popular solution. So let's submit it. Yep, so it works. Yeah, so the trick here is also you have to find the complement in the complement dictionary. So, okay, I have no idea what my head was doing, but let's move on. So the next question is group anagrams. So I think this question is a little bit hard because it has basically you will have to create like a you have to count them. So you basically have to storage for each element. You need to storage. You have 26 bins of characters, and you just add incremented character by character, and you have a total count. So they say for the each element in the strings, I would create like a bin, so I can count 26 characters, and so it should be looks like this. So and we just continue, and so the first bin is for character A. So in this case it is, so here should be 1, and also B, C, D, E. So here also have 1 and T somewhere. So each has like these 3 characters. So this you have to group them. So for the each 8 T, they should be grouped together, and you should return a list of lists basically. So yeah, so this question, first we have to create like a bin to count each how many letters in the bin as a key in the dictionary, and we just keep append all the values for all the values satisfy this bin, this key, and then we would group them and return it. So so that's how maybe we should okay, so we should have so for string in strings, so it will be each element we would create like a bin, so it should be times 26. Let's call it count, and then we would iterate for C in S for each character, and we just increment the so the index of the bin is here. We will have to use the Unicode. So the C minus the A. So so since we want to get the index of it, so it's if it's character Z, for example, then it will return this it gives you the Unicode number, so it has a order of it, so it will return the correct bin number. So if it's like a A, so or A minus the A, it will become 0 and goes to the first bin. If it's like Z, it goes to the last one. So we can just +1, then we would have the frequency as a this key for this string, then we would need to, I think we would need to have a list just to storage all the yes, to storage all the results. So we will output this result. So so after we have a count of it, then so we will have each as a key, and I think we need to have a dictionary to storage. Okay, so I think here we need to have a default dictionary for a list, so we can append it. Okay, so here also a tricky part is, since the count is a list and you cannot use a list as a key in Python's dictionary, so you have to use the tuple count, and yeah, should be like this, and pen s. Okay, so you use all the, if it has the same count as a key, then it will append that that element to the particular bin. So the NAT and TNA, they have the same count for 1T, 1A, and 1N. So then we can return rest.values, because we want to get all the dictionaries value, which is this list. So so yeah, so for the time complexity for this one, should be big O of n, because if it has an element, we would loop over it, and then we document, we record the count as a key, frequency as a key, then we append it to the result. So the time complexity should be big O of n, and also there's the character size is m, so probably it would be big O of m times m. And for the space complexity should be big O of n as well, because we probably have to store each element in the results. So let's run it. Okay, so that seems it's working. Submit it. So yeah, so this question is tricky because you have to know, you have to have a count bin to see how many characters appears, and also you need to know the Unicode. You can use Unicode, the ORD function, to get to the correct bin to increment. Then you have to know that you cannot directly use count, because you cannot use count as a key, because the list is mutable and the dictionary only accepts unmutable key. So you have to make it a tuple, so it can be used as a key. Then you return the dot values, because we only want the list. We don't want the count as a key. We don't want the key. So yeah, that's for these questions. And the last one is the top k frequent elements. So for this question, it's like give you an array nums and a k, you should return k most frequent elements. So for this example, this has 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. So the top two of the most frequent element is 1 and 2. So yeah, so okay, so this question, we would have to use a technique called Barkey sort. So so initially we create a bin. So they said if this array has 6 elements, so we would create like 6 bins, and as maybe 7 bins to serve as a count. And so basically for this one has 3, so in the bin 2, 3, in this bin we would probably have 1, and for the 2 this bin we should have 2, and for the bin 1 we only have 1. So when we return it, we just goes back in this order, and we just keep returning the k elements of it. So that could help to reduce the now this question is bounded. So let's write the code. Any order. Okay, so let's loop over each element, and like I said, we want to have like a dictionary to store all the results. So we would code maybe just a list is fine. In range length of nums plus 1, because we want to have 0 as a bin, and tell the last element, because we will probably have 7 boxes for this scenario. So actually it probably would have 6, but in order to keep the order right, so we would plus 1, and we just like we need to increment I think we need to have like count. This we could call frequency, and count is like a default dictionary t. So let's count it first. Count of one. So this way we would have all the counts. So the key would be 1, and we would have 3 in the value. So then we need to add it to our bins. So for n in count dot items, we need to get the index and the values of it. So frequency, so so things like this one would have, we want to save the 3. So this list would be this should be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And the value of it should be 3, and 2 is 2, and it should be 1. So the frequency so this is the count. The count 1 should be 3. So count 1 should be 3. All right, so probably my name is not good, so that's why it's make me think a little bit. Okay, and then we just need to iterate for in nums if it is so hard, then would, oh, I remember, then we have to go back from the list, and so for I in range length of nums -1 to 0, and we have to go back. Because there might be have some scenarios like 1, 2, or maybe not, maybe 4. So you have to loop over this frequency dictionary a frequency list, then you also have to go over each so you probably have to have a list. Then you just append it. And if length of result is equal to k, which is the k most element, then you would return the result. I think I'm terrible at explaining this question because I'm not super familiar with it. But the concept is to really get the to use the count as a key. So and then you would have some structure looks like this. So this is like yeah. So this should be looks like this one. Right, let's run it, see if it works. Don't know if I made something stupid, of course. Did I do something wrong? Out of index. But why? Count. Three, but I already add 1 in here. Shouldn't it be okay? I don't know. Did I do something wrong? How could this be out of index? I already +1. There's no way. What I've done wrong. Can I pick the answer? I think I can. Or my submission. Oh wait, didn't I submit the right answer? Oh. Oh. Okay, so I forgot I have to use the for function. It's called list comprehension. So hope that's the issue. All right, here we go. Yay, it got accepted. So the trick is to have a count dictionary and a frequency. I think I should probably do it this way so it's more clear. And yeah. So the time complexity for this question is you have to loop once to count, and then you have to loop again and to append it to the frequency, and then you just went back one element at a time. So it's big of n and plus big of n and big of n to find the answer. So the total complexity should still be big of n. And for the space complexity is 1 here, and also we have 1 big of n here, and so it's also big of n plus big of n, which is also big of n space complexity. So let's see for today's 5 leetcode questions. It's really harder than I expect. I'm glad I'm doing this practice. I cannot imagine how nervous I would be if I'm doing this in a real-time interview. And plus, I have done this question before this video, so leetcode is hard. I don't know how people can do it, but I guess we just have to keep practicing and hope we can be good at it. Yeah, that's for today's leetcode. In comments below if I did something stupid or wrong, and just let me know. But yeah, right now the job market sucks. Like so many people couldn't find a job, and right now I'm on H1B visa, so I have to find a job within 60 days. Otherwise, I have to switch to probably other visas to have a legal stay in the United States. So if anyone saw these videos and your company is still opening for junior software engineer, and you're looking for someone who can doing the machine learning or general software development, also you could leave comments below. I'm happy to share my resume and discuss the future opportunities. And for those like on the same boat, I know it's painful, but just keep going. I think in the end all these efforts will be paid off, and just don't give up. This is first day and I want to give up already, so I don't know why I can say that in such an easy way. But anyways, just stick to it. I love coding. Yeah, I love coding. All right, see you guys, and good luck on the job hunting.